Hello, and welcome to all artists who are here and ready to take the action needed to move your career to the next level. My name is Susan Mumford, and I'm the founder of Be Smart About Art. In the lead up to a course called Making It as an Artist in the 21st Century, I have come up with 10 Be Smart About Art tips. And I'm here now to give you the second one. I want to tell you something before I dive into that, and that's this. Whether you are just starting out as an artist or if you're mid-career, anywhere in between there, this tip, just like the course, is for you. So then, what is today's tip? It's this. It's looking at clarity of your creative practice. For what purposes? It's both for yourself in your own studio practice, as well as the communication of that to other people. So here's the thing, you end up out at events. You could be at an exhibition opening, or you could be anywhere really. Someone finds out that you're an artist, and they say to you, you're an artist, what do you do? So then what do you say to that person? What do you possibly communicate that gives them an idea of what you make, even if you don't have something there to show them in front of you? What you effectively have to do is you need to paint a picture with some words. And it's not just the what you do, it's the why you do it. That's how people emotionally do have some attachment to what you do as well. It's what gets people excited. So what we do is we think about what you can say, how you clarify that for people, but in a nice, succinct way, looking at the what and the why. And that ends up becoming what we call the art world pitch. Now, the art world pitch is typically something that you work on, that you end up memorizing, and that you end up being able to say to people in an authentic manner, because it is all about who you are, what you're doing, and why you're doing it. But even if you're so nervous and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is a potential collector, or it's a journalist, maybe it's somebody who is a gallery owner, you don't suddenly lose it and not be able to answer. You take a deep breath, and then you're able to say that thing that you've memorized, and you're able to enter a conversation. Now, some artists end up saying, well, surely that's all marketing, but actually it isn't. This is when we get to the absolutely gorgeous part of the art world pitch. By giving yourself clarity in exactly how you communicate to people with words, what it is you do and why you do it, you end up giving yourself clarity as well. So what I see happening time and time again for professional artists is that when they have that clarity of how they communicate what they do, that ends up feeding into their studio practice as well. So they go to the studio just like you will, and at an unconscious level, they have a better understanding of who they are, really what makes them recognizable as well, what makes you stand out, why somebody would be interested in exactly what you're doing, and that ends up coming through in your new bodies of work. It's a really brilliant exercise with amazing results, people to understand what you do, you to understand what you do as well. And there's more good news. You're not stuck. Your creative practice is forever evolving. And so as your practice changes, so does what you say about what you do. So if you end up changing your medium or your genre, or things shift over time, you just change that as you go. And you end up with different versions of this. So you have the oral version that you say to somebody. You'd also have a more succinct version that you might put onto a business card, onto the home page of your website, or your about page for that matter. It could be your social media profiles, and so on. So how does that sound? Sounds great. What I encourage you to do now is take a few minutes just really to think about how it is you're going to answer that question. Oh, you're an artist, what do you do? When someone next asks you that. And for anybody who is watching this video, who's interested in attending the course, do by all means have a look at the information on this page, register your spot, and we will be doing an entire session on your art world pitch, because it's really important that you get that. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, the key is the stepping stone. So keep at it, and that's the key to success in the art world. As we say here at Be Smart About Art, we're here to help you thrive in a changing art world. Art is your life, make it your living.